hold on, I know what happened. I know what happened. It's the exact same thing that happened last time. Oh, what have I done? Huh? 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 We working now? Howdy, howdy? Okay, I think it's working. It's the exact same thing that happened last time. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing that happened. Why are my eyes mismatched? Oh no, I think I know why. It's the exact same thing that happened last time. Because when I plug this camera, when I plug this camera in, it even if I have my OBS mic set to my Yeti, don't autofocus. When I have it set to even if I have it set to my Yeti, it gets confused and it starts trying to like go through that, but I have that mic turned off, and so it got confused. And I got confused because I checked before the stream and I was like, okay, I have it all set up, but apparently I had to like reset up the Yeti. I think I noticed that my eyes. Also, thank you guys for all the buys. Who? TNT, thank you for the bits. TNT, thank you for the bits. Zuni, thank you for the bits. Koji, formerly known as Garrett, thank you for the bits. Or thank you for the gift subs. Thank you so much. TNT, thank you for more bits. Sammy Fish, thank you for the raid. So much happened while I was sitting here attempting to put my life back together. She's an owl now? Wait, what does that mean? Oh, like how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll Center of Tootsie Pop? So how dead to the world are you, Maple? So I'm on 0 hours of sleep. I've watched, all of the Lord of the Rings extended editions in the last 24 hours. I'm coming off of my annual review at work, which is always fun. And even when I get really good marks, I'm just like, I'm like emotionally spent. I forgot that it was gonna be today. It was supposed to be last week, but my boss moved it to today. And then I was like, I'm gonna be streaming like right after that, and I'm definitely gonna be like, I'm so tired. Oh, you kept saying who over and over again. Didn't even notice. So it's a little, I'm a little tired, but on the other hand, I've watched all of the extended editions in the last 24 hours, so I'm like really amped about Lord of the Rings right now. I want to get back to, I played Shadow of Mordor and I really liked it. I had some problems going into it because I take umbrage at the fact that like the lore in the game is that Celebrimbor was the one who forged the One Ring, and that's not what happened. He didn't forge, I mean, he forged the other Rings of Power, but like, that's the thing, is Sauron tricked him into forging the other Rings of Power so that Sauron could forge the One Ring in secret to control the other Rings of Power. And so I got like, I had problems with that, so I didn't play it for a while because I was like, yeah, it's disrespecting the lore. But then I played it and I really liked it. So now I want to play Shadow of War, but I know that has sexy Shelob in it, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be mad or like thrilled. But yeah, I'm just in my Lord of the Rings feelings right now because that's all I've done. That's all I've consumed for 24 hours is just. So So I have this maple candy I'm gonna eat. I found before the stream aside. Sorry, eat a so I think that my eyes are kind of mismatched when I do. So I was messing around with the parameters on my face. And like I thought I fixed it. I was messing around with the parameters when I was bored in the airport. Because I was like, I want to see how thin I can make my eyes when I close my eyes without completely closing them. Because I wanted to try and make a little goblin face. And I think I might have forgotten. I think I did it with one eye, and then I forgot to change it. I only noticed it when I was like doing so. I was like, wait, why is one eye acting different than the other? Is any candy you eat technically maple candy? Or is this candy made with maple syrup? It can be both. She can do both. Where'd you put that coordinate cosplayer after you brought her home? She was so cute. Sorry to the guy that she was with. I didn't even notice you until people said something about the photo. He must have looked like that because I just walked right past him. But yeah, so I was at Otakon. Maybe I should have eaten this before the stream. I was at Otakon last week. Well, the end of last week. At first I was like, oh, I'll just, I'll fly to Otakon from here. But then I was like, ugh, like going across time zones sucks. And I kind of like going with Papa Moose because we have like a tradition of different things that we do on our trip to Otakon. So we've been going to Otakon since the year 2000. I think 2000 was our first Otakon. And that was back when it was in Baltimore, the BCC, the Baltimore Convention Center. So we've been going to Otakon for a really long time, and we actually haven't missed, unless it's been, canceled for reasons. We've actually never missed an Otakon. But we used to, back when it was in Baltimore, from the year, I think it was in Baltimore, I think 2016 was the last year it was in Baltimore. I really need to fix that eye. I think, yeah, it was in Baltimore until 2016, and then it moved to Washington, D.C. But up until, like, the last couple years, I think, of it being in Baltimore, Papa Moose and I actually drove. We drove all the way there. And, like, part of it was because I used to cosplay a lot. And so part of me wants to get back to it but then I remember, how much of a hassle it can be. But I used to cosplay every single year. I only really stopped in the last few years. And it was really just because I was too busy with, like, work to ever work on a cosplay. Because I always really like making my own props. I really like weapon making. And so I used to make these big ass weapons. It's just hard to bring a weapon, even like a fake weapon, even in like checked baggage or whatever, especially if it's really big and you can't break it down into parts or whatever. And so, did Papa Moose just toss baby Maple into the car for like a 10-hour drive to anime? Yes, that is exactly what he did. Yeah. We would make a playlist, we would get all of our anime OSTs that we had on CD. We had like the Kodomo no Omocha, OP and ED collection, with the Outlaw Star two-part soundtrack. We had like all this stuff, and we would just crank anime tunes the whole way. And we had like a playlist on CDs. And I also I used to use our VHS player and our tape recorder. I would plug the VHS player into the tape recorder to record anime OPs that we really liked from VHSs. So we had like a mixtape of like anime VHS openings as well. And it was funny because some of the, like back then, a lot of the OPs had like sound effects and stuff, like fire whooshing and swords clanging and stuff, and those would be on the mixtape because I recorded them from the VHS. My baby girl is gonna be cultured. He did. That was exactly what he did. So now, yeah, he made me too powerful though. So we've been going for a really long time. And Papa Moose actually used to help me with my cosplays when I was like too young to do them myself. So I think I'm trying to remember what my first cosplay was. My first cosplay was Melfina from Outlaw Star, but the cute version with like not the naked version, obviously. I was young. But I was also, I also did Lime, from Saber Marionette J, and he crafted me, I don't know how he did it, but he made this like really cool big red ball to put on my little hat that I was wearing, but it was like, he didn't find a way to make it light, it was still like pretty heavy. And so I had to like latch it onto my head with an elastic band like under my bandana. And there were a few times during the convention where he was like, am I cutting off the circulation to your head? Or like, are you about to pass out? And I was like, I'm fine. It's for the cosplay. Any pain is worth it. But yeah, it was just easier, especially if I had like a bunch of cosplays. It was just easier to drive. And then eventually when it got to the point where I was really busy with work, good grief. Then we started flying. So we flew this year. And at first I was like, I'll fly out from here. And then I was like, no, I want to do the journey with Papa Moose. So I went home earlier in the week and we hung out at home and then flew down together. And it was really fun. We got to eat and people watch and the convention was really fun. But let me grab my merch. Do I have my back? Yeah, I have my backpack here. I have a bunch of stuff. I feel like how I've like hung out at anime conventions has changed a lot over the years too, because when I was like, because I like grew up in anime conventions, and Papa Moose is a man who loves a plan. And so what we do is, like, Thursday night before the con starts, back when all of the con schedules were paper, we would sit down and we would, like, put all the paper schedule out in front of us, and we'd each have highlighters or a pen, and we would either highlight or circle what we wanted to go to and then compare notes. And so this is his first year attending the convention with a smartphone. He like just got one. And so I was like, look, you can get this like guidebook thing online. You can look at the whole schedule online. He was like, I hate this. And then I showed him how to use it, and he was not convinced until the first thing that he wanted to see got moved to either a different room or a slightly different time, and it sent him a push notification on his phone to let him know, and he was like, okay, this is amazing. Did he finally lose his flip phone? Yes. It still hurts him, I think, but now he can play solitaire on his phone, and he's like really excited about that. But I was showing him, I was like, oh, I forgot I have all my keychains on here too. I was like, this is me walking through the convention center. So I didn't show him what I was gonna wear. So usually what I do is I have a separate backpack. So I have my like travel backpack. And and I put like whatever anime character of the moment that I'm fiending for on a special backpack that I have sort of separate from my travel backpacks that's like lighter and easier so I can run around the convention better. So I didn't tell him what I was gonna do this year, but do I need to zoom? I might need to, wait, do I still have Kuruko up? Hold on. Wait, yeah, you can see, wait, where is it? You can see the Kuruko! 1 second. Kuruko! Come back! Oh god. I might zoom out a little bit. I don't want to zoom out too much, but there's a, how do I, which way is up? Hold on. I'm gonna knock this whole thing over. That circle is Kuruko? Yes. So I made this backpack. So it's an Ita bag, but it's like a big square thing in the front. And I printed out using my work printer. Careful with the reflection. I think it's probably fine. But using my printer at work, I printed out this square pika image and put it right in the put it right in the window of the bag. But then fortuitously, right before Otakon, my Pikami birthday merch, not birthday merch, her Isekai Pikami outfit merch came in the mail. And so I had her buttons, and so I was able to put the buttons down in the corner. Ikami. That wasn't a meme picture? No, that was very real. I sent it to print at the printer, and then I took off at a sprint so that I would make it there first and nobody else would like see it come out of the printer and be like, what the hell is this? But yeah, so I was walking around with this and I was like, I don't know if people are gonna be like, what is this? But I actually had a lot of people come up to me and be like, Pikami! Like, I love Pika. Can you see me? No, you can't see me. You can just see the trees outside my window. Let's go. They're like, Pikami, I love Pikami! And I was like, me too! But yeah, so I was walking around with this the entire convention, which was really fun, actually. Because lots of people were yelling at me. But then, when I went to Artist Alley, there were a lot of, like, so I used to buy a lot of, like, the Artist Alley, like, earrings and stuff like that. Like, jewelry there. But I haven't done that for a while because I'm kind of picky. And a lot of the jewelry tends to be made out of, like, different types of metal, and my ears are really sensitive, and so there's only, like, a few earrings that I wear a lot. And so now I really go for, like, charms that I can hang on my convention backpacks and prints, because I actually like framing. Like, I'm really picky about art, but if I find something I like, I buy it, and then I'll frame it and put it on the wall. It's a rare maple Alcesia tree whose only grows in redacted areas. But yeah, so I bought a bunch of charms, and then I, like, put them each, I sort of separated them into different types based on, I have 3 zippers on here. So this is my peco zipper. So I got this really cute peco. Peco in a heart. She had an okayu that was really cute, but I really liked the peco, and she was like, I have a korone, but I didn't bring it to that. Like, every artist I talked to was, like, losing their minds. Cause I was like, oh, do you have a korone? Like, I see you have an okayu and a pekora, so do you have a korone? And she was like, I do, but it's not with me. It's not with me because I forgot it. I forgot it because I have 4 conventions this month, and they're all over the country, and I'm flying everywhere, and I haven't slept in 72 hours, and I was like, oh. There was one instance where an artist overshared with me to the point where I was like, I hope she's okay. It was the most, like, exhausted oversharing. I was like, oh no, please go sleep. She was like, I haven't drawn in 3 months. I just want to draw things. And I was like, oh. I was like, and she was like, I think she's actually gonna be at a convention near me soon. I don't know what it is. I haven't gone to a con out here. Yeah. But she was like, I feel so blessed that I can, you know, make money off of my art and live the life of a freelancer. But, you know, sometimes it feels like I traded my 9-to-5 for a 24/7. You know what I mean? And I was like, I have no idea how to respond. I was like, yeah, girl. Drop their name and link. Yeah, so that's the thing is I meant to, like, take down the names. I did get a bunch of business cards. I think they're in my other bag. I wanted to get down the names and links for these artists because their stuff is really cute and a lot of them sell stuff online. But I don't have it on me right now because I too have not slept. But yeah, so this was one of the artists because she said she had a really cute Cornet one, but then she launched into like a description of how her life was spiraling out of control, and I was like, I understand, please don't feel bad. I will commission them all, I can save them. So, cute peco heart. This one, I'm trying to remember. I think this one was from the same booth as my UB pillow that is also a keychain. But yeah, I love... This is one... A lot of the artists had like really good deals this year. I like that I'm just showing you everything upside down. Check this out, guys! But... Sorry, or what? Wait. I'll show you. But, a lot of the artists had really like good deals this year. Where it was like, and I like, they have these a lot, they have like buy two, get one free or whatever, but it felt like it was taken up to 11 this year, so it was like 1 for 10, 2 for 15, 3 for 18, 4 for 20, and I was like, why don't I just get 4? Oh, no, it's not a pillow that's also a keychain. I have the same design. I have the same design on a pillow and on a keychain, but they do have mini docky pillows. Or mini, like, docky keychains now. I saw a lot of those. A lot of, like, monster boys. That seems popular. But, so, this was one of those cases where it was like, I got, like, if I bought 3, it was, like, the same price as if I was buying 2, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this sweet pecora with the glasses and the so I got that. I got this one's actually official. Cause there was that was a whole story in and of itself that I will tell later, but this is one of the official ones from I think it was a collab with like Lawson, maybe? I forget who the collab was with. But it has like these and the little minis and a canvas signboard and I think an acrylic poster too, maybe? And then this one's from Pokey, which this one isn't from Pokey, I'm sorry. That one's on my badge, which is over there. This one was from somebody else. Same adorable Peco energy. Pokey is part of my big story though, because I went sprinting around the convention center a few times, so I really got my cardio in this weekend. Feeling good, feeling great. So by the end of the weekend, I was like, I probably need Dr. Scholl's or something for my feet now. I do not wear supportive shoes. It was so cute. Oh my god. Then I got, let's see. I got a Cornet and okay. These are the same on the back as on the front. And this was another dealer where it's like if I got bought two, I got a third one free. So I got one for Kuruko. I got a Suisei one from the same artist. I think I got a sticker. I think I got these stickers from her last year, maybe? But now she made them into keychains, and I was like, yes, I will repurchase them. Thank you. Thank you. Where is it? Is that it? Yeah, there it is. Here's a Suisei. Like, I'm just like, reflections, baby! Oh god. There we go. This is the Suisei I got for Kuruko. Really cutie. How many keychains do you have? A lot. Hold on, let me, oh, here's the artist. Here we go. Here's a business card. Let's go. Please wear comfy shoes when you go to conventions. The thing is, I only own one type of shoe. Here's the artist. There we go. Shop.nono.moe was these. So cute. Yeah, I only own one type of shoe. I own a bunch of Converse. So I have like red, I got pink, I got multicolored. I have a really cool like army green that's kind of shredded that I really like wearing that in October because it just like feels like a vibe. What else? I even have like beach Converse. They have Converse that are slip-ons that have like holes in, well, I mean, they all have holes in the side, but it's like extra holes in the side because they're meant to be like worn on the beach. And so I have like some navy beach Converse. Like all of my shoes are Converse, and they do not have, they're not the most supportive shoe. I love them, but they're not very supportive. So I often come out of conventions in grave pain. I really should get some insoles for them because that, I think, would save my life. This is another one of the official ones from the collab. It's so cute. And then I got 3 Barneys. 2 flat-footed to wear Converse. I think I am now flat-footed because I wear Converse. I think I used to have arches, and then I like slowly just flattened my own feet. Let's see. So the front, she has little croissants, and then on the back, I think this is the pokey one. And then on the back, she has a yubi. Well, the Korone skis are back here. Well, there's a Korone ski, a finger, says Yubi, and she has a little controller, and she looks very determined, and I love her. Croissant. Oh, look at this one. She looks so happy. So every time I saw Korone in the dealer's room, not the dealer's room, in Artist Alley, this is the one that I got a pillow of. So it says Yubi on the front, and she's chilling with the Korone ski, and then on the back she's bloody because she has your fingers. Let's see if I can boost it up a little. It's so cute. But every time I saw a Korone in the Artist Alley, I would yell, "There's my dog wife," to Papa Moose to let him know I was stopping at a booth. And so I would like stop at a booth. I was like, "My dog wife!" And so we would stop, and I would buy it, and then I would show him my dog wife, and I was like, you got a dog wife?" you know what, you know about these dog wives? And he was like, nope. Here's the pillow. I definitely need to zoom out. This is in the picture that I posted on Twitter, and it just... Oh, let's see if I can... It's it's a big pillow version of the last keychain that I showed you. So there we go. It's a big old pillow. And she's got, on one side she's got the Korone ski, she's Yubi Yubi. Maple's dad, no Maple, I just have a wife. And on the back she's got that strawberry jam and Yubi Yubi. It's so cute. I ain't putting that pillow anywhere near my hands. Yeah, I was like, dog wife! And he was like, okay. And then I would buy, and I was like, look at this dog wife! And he was like, okay. Oh, I know I've definitely mentioned this on stream, or not on stream. I mentioned this in the Discord, but there were so many freaking Genshins this year. An unbelievable amount of Genshins. And at one point I turned to Papa Moose and I said, if I see another fucking Genshin in here, and he looked at me and went, yeah. And I said, do you know what a Genshin is? And he went, no. And I was like, okay, have a nice day. Maybe I should zoom out. I only zoomed in so much because I don't want to I don't want to accidentally I don't know. Ugh. Show my carpet or something. Not that there's anything wrong with my carpet, but let's see. Do this live. One more? Okay. Let me see what can. What's this? What's this? What are we looking at right now? What's that? Oh, that's my table. I think that's okay. Wait, hold on. What's this? Oh, this is my tripod. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting the boundaries right now. Okay, so here. Oh, not here. There we go. Now turn around. But yeah, there were so many Genshins. Wouldn't be surprised there's 70% Genshin and Spy Family. There was a lot of Spy Family. But there was one Spy Family cosplay in particular that was actually a mom, a dad, got a skedaddle. Well, bye-bye, Koji! I'll see you Thursday. There was a Spy Family that was a mom, a dad, and a baby Anya that was really, really cute. It was so cute. But that's the thing is, I don't really play Genshin Impact, so I played it a little bit. When it first came out, I actually played the beta. The console beta. Hold on. And I didn't play very long. I played long enough to unlock multiplayer, I think. But it was two things. Two things. Number one, it kind of gave me motion sickness in a weird way, and I don't know if it was just because on the PS4 there's it was kind of framey. It was framey, but the camera would spin really fast, and that would get kind of nuts, and so I actually got motions, and I never get motion sickness playing games, so it was really weird. But I just noticed that every time I played it, my stomach would hurt, and I was like, this is bizarre. But then I just I also got kind of overwhelmed with it really fast, and I was like, I feel like I'm not like doing things optimally or whatever. Whereas like with like Girls Frontline and like Azure Lane and stuff, I kind of feel like I'm doing the right thing, even if sometimes Kudiko has to like step in and correct me. But I feel like generally I'm doing the right thing. Genshin, I just felt like an idiot, and I was like, you know what? You know what? I think I'm gonna step back from this. I don't need this in my life. And so I never really played it I played it enough that I can recognize some of the characters. Like, you guys hear that? That's my rice. I haven't had dinner yet, that's my rice. Later Scary, what's her name? I can recognize like Amber. A lot of Ambers had their butts out at the convention. I can recognize that one like lightning bolt lady with the eye patch. I think she looks kind of witchy. I can recognize the I don't know, it's the dark blue-haired little bard goblin with like a green hat. Like I can recognize some Genshins on site. And I also, so now I recognize the blue Genshin with horns, question mark. Blue hair Genshin. Just because there were so many cosplays of her and a lot of art of her in Artist's Alley. And I was like, this has to be a Genshin. And she was also like in the Genshin section of all the keychains. So I was like, okay, I can see this as a Genshin now. But I'm really not like, I don't know much about Genshin other than that. And there was that one dude who I thought every time I saw that guy, I thought it was an Alvin from Tales of Exilia. And then I was like, oh, suddenly I realized it was a Genshin. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. But there was a lot of freaking Genshin. And so I felt very lost. Because usually I at least kind of know what the hip new thing is. So like last time, I forget whether it was last, yeah, it must have been last time or maybe the time before that I went to Otakon. I can't remember. The hotness was Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And so everything was FE3H. And I played that. I played that on launch, and so I was very much in the know. And so I was like, okay, like I know who this is, I know what's going on, I get what the deal is. It's actually still pretty. There was still a lot of Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and obviously I think the Muso game just came out, so that's gonna bring it back into the public consciousness. So I saw a lot of hot Dimitris. When I played 3 Houses, I romanced Edelgard. My first run through, obviously, but then I was like, oh, I want to do all of the routes in the game, and I got to like the second to last chapter, I think, in Blue Lions, and I was romancing Dimitri, and I did not give a shit about Dimitri before the time skip. I was like, this guy's kind of a dweeb, and I have no particular, like, I don't feel this way or that about him. I'm just romancing him because he's the house leader and that seems interesting. And then we got to the time skip where he's like an extremely, he's just big armor sad man, and I was like, I am now interested. So I saw all like hot sad Dimitri prints, and I was like, the people demand it. But I got like to the second to last chapter, and then Ashen Wolves came out, and I was like, well, I should play and beat Ashen Wolves before I beat the rest of my Blue Lions run, right? Because I'm pretty far and blah 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 blah, because I'm stupid, essentially. And then I got like halfway through Ashen Wolves and then stopped and haven't picked it back up because I got distracted by 1,000 other games. Maple has a type and she sticks to it. Maple's husband checklist. Is he sad? Does he have cool armor? Number 1 is the most important, frankly. Some of my husbands don't have cool armor. I meant to do like a husband and wife like tier list stream someday, because I have a lot. one of my most prominent, but like I don't talk about him that much, but one of my most prominent husbandos is my beloved Raven from Tales of Vesperia, and he's a super sad boy, but I mean he has cool armor sometimes, I guess. It depends on what he's doing. But he's one of my main boys. 3, is he a himbo? That is also, is he sad and is he a himbo? Sad himbos is absolutely on another level. And yes, Raven is a himbo. He is a himbo, and he is that man is sad. Who else do I got? Who else are my other husbands? Shinya Kogami from Psycho-Pass. That man is a himbo, and he is sad. Cullen, obviously, both sad and a himbo. Yeah, I think I have a type. My wife type is much different though. My wife type is more like my wife type is either, is she cute and dumb? It's split into 2, because she either has to be cute and dumb or she has to be a complete bitch, and it's like there's no in between for me. I'm like, if she doesn't fall into one of these 2 categories, I'm uninterested. But I don't necessarily need crossover. In some cases they do crossover, in some cases she's both dumb and a bitch. But your taste is the same for both sides of the court. I mean, I like dumb. I like dumb across the board, but I don't like my husbands to be bitchy or mean. I like them to be sad and nice boys. Even if they're evil at some point, like I like like sad redeemed boys. I like boys who have done something wrong but are like trying to make up for it, and they're like sad and tormented by their past but also really dumb. I haven't revealed one of my other husbands because I'm too embarrassed about it, but I'll probably wind up revealing it later in the stream because I got some merch of him. Yeah, I really like, yeah, like, I've done something bad, I'm trying to redeem myself, I'm really sad, and I'm also really dumb, and for my wives, I'm super competent, and I don't let anything get in my way, but also I might be dumb. So and I don't need my wives to need redemption. Wives are, I'm redemption ambivalent. My boys, they all need to be like, they need redemption for something. Avatar: The Last Airbender vibes, don't get me started. In my younger years. Zuko is definitely top of the list. I loved old man Zuko and Korra when he showed up. I was like, oh! There he is. Papa Zuko. He still looks sad and stupid. I don't know if there's any Westworld watchers in here. Ed Harris's character in Westworld certifiably obliterates me. I've been watching the new season, and oh, I just noticed they're printed on different paper. That's weird. I just Zuko, my love. If only you stayed bad. No, he's such a good boy. I love him good. Maple is like 75. Black, because that's what he's called in the first season. The Man in Black, I love him. He's a lore fiend. He's occasionally kind of dumb, but he's also really smart, but he's like 100% a redemption character who's a sad boy. And in one of the most recent episodes, this guy's talking to him, and he goes, "Happy wife, happy life, am I right?" And Harris goes, "My wife's dead." And I was like, oh no, I love him so much. Look, old men be hitting different. Yeah, that's true. I'm definitely a hot mess. My wife's dead. Zuko Jet Felix resurfacing. I didn't know that was a ship. I'm trying to remember if I had an Avatar ship. I don't think I felt really strongly about most of the ships. I think my biggest ship was I was like, Ty Lee, please find a nice wife. So I can't fit all three in the, so I'll just show the two, but here's Korone and Okayu. They're so cute! Was Iroh the greatest gilf? Yes! Yes! I'm a huge Iroh stan. I love him. I love him. One time I went to the movies with my friend, and like we were both watching Avatar at the same time. It was like our first time watching it. We were watching through it, and we were at the same like episode, and we didn't realize it till we were talking about it in the theater. I was like, wait, what episode are you at? Oh yeah, I'm at this episode too. And then at the exact same time we were like, and Iroh's, and then we both yelled in the theater like before the movie started, "Getting ripped in prison!" And everyone looked at us, and I was like, "No, we didn't." These are, I love this Marine. This Marine is super cute. I have the artist here. Ugh. Uncle Swallow. See if it'll, there we go. Grace can't. What's it say? What's it say on the bottom there? Show me the money. These are so cute. Iroh should have been an easy layup for me, but I'm too much of an Azula stan. I love Azula too, though. I'm a big Avatar fan. Love my girl Azula. Actually, Azula Ty Lee kind of hits different, now that I'm thinking about it. Iroh invented boba. I forgot about that. I forgot that in universe he invents boba. Uncle I lift. Let's see, what's in this one? Is this the one where I'm gonna expose myself? It is. I'm gonna put that aside for now. I'm trying to think. So that's the thing, is I know that like shipping is a big thing. Especially and like I have OTPs, believe you me. I've already discussed my Ristel. Ristel is one of my OTPs. I'm trying to think of who else I feel very powerfully about. I didn't have like a strong ship in Avatar. There were a lot of people who were like Zutara or I burn the world to the ground, and I just was like, you know, like I can go either way. This doesn't. Azula Ty Lee do be hitting. This is so cute. So this is another one. So I really like getting like matching sets when I can. Cause I like to like frame them together. But I really love, this one's really cute. So I got Korone, I got Okayu. Let's see if they have a, I don't know if I have a card for this one. I don't think so. And then I got a peco. I think I've actually gotten like My Hero Academia prints from this artist before. It looks familiar. I think I actually have. My Hero Academia is another one. I haven't watched the new... I don't know what season they're on now. I watched the first 3, maybe 4 seasons of My Hero Academia, and I'm a huge Bakugo stan. They finished 5, okay. I love my stupid explosion son. But I really love all the girls in My Hero Academia, so I got like a big matching set of prints of them a while ago, and I think it was the same artist. It's been nice knowing you, Maple. Get out of my face. Bakugo's the best. He's a king explosion murder. Bakugo! Oh, they're so cute. I was honestly shocked at like the prices in the dealer's room this year, because obviously everything has been like more expensive. But like prices actually feel lower than normal. Like I don't know what was up. Or if people were just like, if artists were like, people are gonna want to spend less on prints because of everything else being more expensive, but like prices were really, really good. Ugh. Did you order the Target exclusive Hello Kitty My Hero Academia? I'm gonna save Kiara for later because I actually got the set. Went back. Maybe your budget was just higher for merch? I don't know if it was. I usually am pretty, what's the word? I'm pretty... I have a, there it is. I have a set cap. Can anybody tell me what this is? So, an artist... It was actually the artist who asked me, because I was buying a bunch of Hololive prints from her, and she was like, oh my god, a Hololive fan! And she was like, have you watched The Boys? And I was like, I haven't like really watched them, but I said something like, but like, I'm intrigued by the Mag Lord. And I said, I don't really watch guys usually, but I'm interested in the Mag Lord. And she went, bro, same, but I'm magging. And so we were just having like a good time talking. And then I bought a print from her, but she slipped a free keychain in. She told me like, I'm gonna throw in something for you. And I was like, okay. And I didn't like look at it until later, and I don't know what this is. Does anybody know what this is? Does anybody know if this is like a series? It says the flag says not today. He has like some flames like on his little, he has like a jacket. I don't really know what this is. It was free. Is it a dude wearing a kilt? Is it? I don't think it's a kilt. I can't really tell what it is. Jujutsu Kaisen? That was my first thought, because I haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen. But yeah, when I looked at it later, I was really worried, because I was like, oh my god, I hope she didn't like accidentally give this to me, and then I remembered that she said that she put something free in there, and I was like, oh, this is probably it, but like, I don't know what it is. Oh, here's the other prints. Hold on. I'll get Kiara back out. So I went to this booth, and they had a bunch of these square prints for really cheap, especially if you bought like multiples, and this Kiara was just super cute, and so I bought the Kiara, and then I just kept thinking about all the others, and I was like, oh, like, it would honestly not be very expensive if I went back and bought the rest. So I did, but like, because I want to frame all of them together. I just wanted to, I love and respect my hardworking queen, so I wanted to get Kiara, but then I got the other girls too. Check their Etsy site later. Oh, that's a good idea. I got some Animal Crossing stickers in the mix. Oh, here's the artist. Let's go. This is for this print, not the keychain. But this one is focus. There we go. And so I got Callie. This Callie's really cute too. Love the Callie. Oh, I just noticed they have like a little UI behind them. That's cute. Ugh. And then Kiara. See how like you can see the lamp over my table. This isn't the keychain. No, this is a different artist. I'll have to find the artist that gave me the keychain. Oh, free. Ina. Their book. Yeah, the Callie is really cute, right? Like the Callie is part of the reason I went back, because when I looked at it, I was like, that is just such a cute print. And I was like, oh, now I want the rest. And then Gura. They're so cute. And then Ame. There we go. Cute! My Etsy search is still filled with fishing hats! It was funny, so I don't really watch, like, Council very much. It's sort of a, I feel like I have no time to watch all the VTubers I want to watch anymore, but, I just haven't, like, clicked with any. I watch Fauna, but I haven't really clicked with the rest of Council, but there was a lot of, like, crony stuff there. Like, a lot of crony stuff. And I was like, oh, like, I was like, I see the people like crony, but I was like, a lot of titty on these prints. Let's see. I got these, what is this? Oh, I got this as a gift for a friend, so I don't know if I should show it on here. He's probably not watching. He's probably not watching. My friend who babysat syrup for me while I was gone, really likes Myth. So I got this really cute print of all 5 of them in their jammies. It's so cute. The bazongas, yeah, I feel, well, like, I would be standing at a booth trying to buy something and some, like, guy would come up next to me and aggressively be like, 1 crony, please! And I was like, whoa. Let's see. And I got these Animal Crossing stickers. I haven't played Animal Crossing. This is the Animal Crossing. It has a QR code on it, too. This is the Animal Crossing stickers artist. This is one of the ones who told me she needed to sleep really badly. But these are actually mostly gifts for my friends. So I got these Animal Crossing stickies. Bob is my boy. He's my Bob is probably my favorite villager. I have a couple favorite villagers though. And I need to get back to Animal Crossing because I've been remiss. But I actually texted the person who I got the Goldie for and was like, what's your favorite Animal Crossing character? And she was like, aesthetically Goldie and spiritually Chop. And there were no Chop stickers, and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can only go for aesthetics here. Bob squad. Yeah, I love Bob because Bob likes breakfast and second breakfast and lunch and snacks and dinner and supper and then spooky time snacks. He's so relatable. I also love every time Bob is like, my clothes are filled with cockroaches, and I'm like, Bob, please. I'm terrified of the human I would become if I got into Animal Crossing. So I was really heavy into Animal Crossing New Horizons when it came out. And I would really like to get back to it, especially because Pizza Queen still plays pretty heavily. But I used to play like every second I was awake. So I would be like in a meeting and it would be really boring and I was like, I just don't want to be in this meeting anymore. And I would pull out my Switch and hold it very stealthily under my laptop camera and grind away in Animal Crossing while people talked about things that like I didn't need to know about. And I was like, sure hope. Sure hope I never get exposed for this. But I had like a 5-star island and I was really proud of it. It was really, really nice. Hot take, Raymond is overrated as heck. I remember there was a time where if you typed the word Raymond on Twitter, you would have like 6 people in your DMs asking you to put him in boxes. And it was like, bro. I'm gonna put this at the bottom because there's a story about that one. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be shocked. I guess Doggy God Street didn't come out like that recently, but it still felt really recent, so I was really happy there was a Doggy God Street print. And it's super cute. You don't deserve him, put him in boxes or I will call you out. That is exactly what it was. Yeah, the Raymond fans were off. Were off the chain. She's so cute, and she has your pancakes with a UB on it. This was a certified I was losing my mind over dog wife moment. I just love this print. I can't wait. I can't wait to put it up. But he had stickers too. So he had one of the peak stickers. Yeah. And also a have confidence, no confidence. Actually, the sticker might have come from somebody else. But I know that this was the Doggy God Street guy. Have confidence. No confidence. Put these over here? Yeah. Oh boy. Wait, what is in this? Oh, I see. Hold on. How many stickers did you buy dupes of to put on laptop? I didn't really buy many dupe stickers. So I used to put stickers all over everything, and then I realized I was like, I'm gonna lose these eventually. So now I only put them on things I know I'm gonna have. So I put them on like laptop cases that are generic and can be swapped between laptops. So I just keep the same case forever, but it has my same stickers on it. So I got, these are actually pins. But I got this UB enamel pin. UB. And, and I was shocked because they also had a Cosmos. They had a Cosmos pin, and I was like, I'm not walking out of here without my original wife. So I think this must be the Xenoblade version of Cosmos. By the way, I haven't started Xenoblade 3, which kills me, but it's been a little busy. Watched all the extended editions. There's some stuff going on. Then, oh, I got a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this. Hold on. Yubi. This though, this must be the artist. Celia Protos? Kamaniki? This will retweet it if I post it on Twitter. Ooh. Look at them! Is this the same as the pin guy? Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if these are from the same as the pin guy. I had to keep consolidating my purchases into fewer and fewer bags so I wouldn't drop things. These are so cute. Mogu. And then we got Okayu sleeping with a little Korone. Uh-oh. There we go. And then we have a Korone sleeping with a little Okayu. So I want to frame these like together. Like, I don't know if I can frame them together. They might be too big, but I'd like to frame them like next to each other. So that they can like snuggle up next to each other. They're just so cute. They're so cute. So I got all three of these. They're just, getting stuck on my own bags. If you put them back to back, you got cat dog. Oh my god, you're right. Let's see. I like you're getting a lot of Koro thigh right now. Let's go. Let's see those games, little lady. Framing in the same frame and have it be reversible? How would that work? Wait, I'm trying to figure out how you would like put it on the wall. Like you just flip it when you feel like it, I guess. Cute. Hey, put that over there. And oh, here's my pika. Oh wow, got a lot of prints. Like I'm saying that like I'm confused. I guess let me do a quick print break while we have these sweet thighs on screen. Twitch don't ban me. And I'll show off some other stuff. Thank you for the 7 months, Ryoko! So this is another gift I got for a friend. So I don't know how many people have seen the new Batman movie. So I really liked the new Batman movie as a Robert Pattinson stan. I really like his take on Batman because he, in every scene where he's not in his Batman costume, he looks like he's dried shampooed his hair and it's really sad. So I'm a big fan of the of his interpretation of the character. But one thing that I have not like come to terms with is like the huge explosion of like Riddler love that came out from the movie. I personally I was like, yeah, like he's fine, but like I know a lot of people really love him. And one of my friends really loves him, and I saw this keychain, and I was like, well, I gotta get that for my friend. So this booth, I want to find pictures. I have pictures on my phone. This booth also had like a Riddler's bail fund box set up at the front with like dolls of Arpat's Batman and the Riddler, and like these like cute like Purikuda style like pictures of the Riddler. The Riddler is perpetually moist. Yeah, this is a little Riddler keychain that I got for, and I really like it because the top is actually like a like batarang for the clicky. So that's actually really cool. Look at this man. The same booth actually also had a print of him eating Batman on a plate. And I was like, I'm clearly like not hip with the culture right now, but But there's one slur for a new age. Oh my god, that just unlocked a core memory for me. What is a one slur? Nobody tell him! Paul Dana was laser targeted to explode people's brains. Oh, this was actually where I got my Yubi pillow and keychain from, and the Pecora with the pixel sunglasses. Because I also got these little nooklings! Look at them! Oh my god. I actually saw some nooklings walking around, like nookling cosplay rolling around the con, and I was like, that's adorable, actually. Don't tell Horace clearly, because Maple's gonna be sending him the deets after stream. Yes. Nobody tell him this is my cross to bear. So, like, that's the thing is, I'm very like, I can't work tech to save my freaking life, but I've been on the internet for a long time. And, like, I've seen some 20-year-olds post, like, I've been on the internet forever. And I'm like, I've been on the internet longer than you've been alive. Blight his mind palace. I can solo her Maple 2022. I can't work tech, but I've been around, and I've been through live journal culture. I have been through powerboard forums culture. I have been through IRC, MIRC culture. I've been, and then I was an old weary veteran by the time like Tumblr culture came along, so like nothing shocked me anymore. And so like I have deep mental reserves of like weird obscure internet things and like oddities and just like things that I've delved too deeply into just because I was curious. But then, yeah, Fortune, yeah, GeoCities, shrines, anime highway, like stuff like that, yeah. So, meanwhile, I somehow managed to have a lot of friends who have not who have not sought out the abyss to stare into it, to feel the eyes looking back at them. And one of them is Horace, and so every time I say something, Horace is like, what are you talking about? And then I have to like basically provide like a full like I have to provide like a full bibliography of like, these are all the things that I've referenced here and what led up to them. And then by the end, he's like, please stop telling me things. I always regret asking. I'm trying to think of whether I had to tell you what Homestuck was, but you were definitely ignoring me because you still claim to not know what it was. I had to educate Horace on a lot of the MLP phenomena. Obviously the Pro Jared situation. I'm trying to think of what other cursed things. Oh, TumblrCon. And the Misha Collins yogurt image on LiveJournal. I got them all. My lungs are not filled with a sigh big enough. What Pro Jared situation? Oh no. DashCon. Yeah. Yeah, DashCon in the ball pit that somebody peed in. Let's go. You also apparently showed him the jar. I did. I showed him the jar and the drawer and the box. I think the box is the worst one. But to be fair, it wasn't even just like somebody else sent it to me first, and I was like, Horace, look at this. Like I'm not the instigator. To me, you are. Well, if I have to see it, you have to see it, you know? Alright, so I'm gonna expose myself right now. And no one is allowed to peepo leave me. Did you ever see the clip of Utica deciding to ignore a chat warning about searching up the jar? Oh no. Oh no. So nobody can people leave and I'll be really mad. So a while ago I was asked in chat, do you watch anime or what animes do you like? And you mean the MLP jar? Well, that's one that I showed to Horace, but there's like advanced lore that branches out. I don't know, I'm not gonna bring up the box. Well, I mean, I've brought up the box, so I'm not gonna get into details about the box in here because it's too wretched. But do not make these people suffer like I did. TOS. Oh no, I'll stop talking. But I go in like fits and starts with anime. I tend to like watch, and I'm probably gonna watch a lot now because I get like in a mood after going to a con and I'm like, oh, I want to watch like all of these cool shows that I saw merch of or I saw like an AMV of. And so and I actually used to enter the AMV contest. I haven't in a long time because it's a lot of work, but I still like going every year, and that's kind of how I find new anime. Like if an anime looks really cool in an AMV, I'll write it down and then watch it later. So I always feel like I binge a lot of anime right after cons, but I'll occasionally get in the mood, like if a show that I like is coming out. I like to wait until it's done because I like to watch all the episodes at once. I struggle with week to week watching. What are the kids into these days? Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is like a lot of my favorite anime are kind of older. So like, I guess it was more of a manga. I was a manga Death Note fan. I was actually big on the Death Note live journal community. But I didn't write fan fiction like everybody else, and so whenever I went to like the IRL meetups, I felt like an outcast because they were all talking about what fan fiction they were working on and ideas they had for it, and I was like, I made icons that everyone's using. But I didn't actually watch anime in the hotel room this time. I watched Total Recall with Papa Moose, not the remake, the original. But I got to see Project Echo 2, because they premiered the new transfer of that. I watched Project Echo 2 at the con, and I watched the debut of the dub of Gunbuster, and it was really good! And I'm really excited, I want to see more. I'm excited for the rest to come out. Total Recall is totally anime, that's fair. What was the fanfic site from back in like 05? I mean, there was fanfiction.net, but there was a lot of fanfiction posted on LiveJournal as well. I think there was another one that was like short-lived. Eiko Takes Me Back, yeah, right? I was like, I'm in the mood for older anime right now. Yeah, the new Gunbuster release is really, really cool. But like I have like favorite animes. Like I was more of a Death Note manga person, but like I'm trying to think of like anime specific. Like I love K-On! I have like a really weird, like all over the place taste. I love K-On! I love like Ghost in the Shell. Outlaw Star is one of my favorites. Lane. Am I a boomer? What else? But, and then I watch shows like I love, School Life, Gakko Gurashi, and Azumanga Daioh. I love Azumanga Daioh. Yes, but K-On was goated. I should just go look at my anime list. Hold on. Probably find it on my phone, honestly. I'm gonna sneak this little thing in here, but I wanna give you guys like an idea of my taste before everybody changes their opinion of me. Is that okay? Does that make sense? I'm trying to like pre-redeem myself. You can't blame me for that. Yeah. You can't just. How do you find your own My Anime list? On My Anime list. Is this it? Uh-oh. How do I use internet? Help. Help me! Where's my lists? Oh, there it is. People leave. Cushion the impact. I'm stacked. Yeah, I'm just trying to stack the deck so that like the entire chat doesn't empty out the second I show this. Keon became one of those anime that's become one of the anime. If you see someone on Twitter with this anime icon, they're probably about to say some really crap opinions. Yeah. Yeah. But my wife, Yui. Best anime is Gravity Falls. I do love Gravity Falls a lot. I like, launched through the roof during Corone's, Resident Evil 7 stream where just out of nowhere she started singing the Gravity Falls theme and I was like, my wife. She's so cultured. So like more recent anime I really love Kaguya-sama. Library. I love Kaguya-sama. I love The Promised Neverland, but I haven't seen season 2 yet. At what stage is the OC set shipping arc, if you don't mind? So I haven't had any time to work on it because I got home in the middle of the night on Sunday, and then yesterday was just like a complete wash because I had like 16 hours of work to catch up on. And then today I had a lot of work, and then my annual review, which always stresses me out really badly, and now I'm streaming, so I haven't made any progress. I'm planning on making progress tomorrow and Friday, so I'm hoping to ship it out next week. That's my hope. We'll see what gets in my way. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Yeah, because I'm planning on trying to assemble the rest of them tomorrow, and then I have to like finish packaging them because it's like a 2-step process. But let's see. What else did I like? Promised Neverland. I love JoJo. I haven't seen the newest season, but I really liked Re:Zero. I didn't like it at first, but then I grew into it. I grew to like it. Love Kimi ni Todoke. Oh, I love Made in Abyss. I haven't seen the new episodes, but from season 1, one of the episodes actually like grossed me out so badly I passed out while watching it. Good times. Gakko Gurashi. No Game, No Life. Love No Game, No Life. Re:Zero gave me depression. Oh no! Oh, Darker Than Black! Yeah, no, I love Darker Than Black. Super weird they never did a second season. Oh, I watched Shirobako with my old roommate, who is also a video game industry guy, and we were just like, this is very similar to our lives. Log Horizon, love Log Horizon. 10 out of 10. Perfect, gorgeous show. Log Horizon for life. Oh, I love Nozaki-kun, Psychopaths, obviously. Chunibyo. Love Chunibyo. Love Noragami. Rurouni Kenshin. Any titles you feel like no one likes or will have seen? I don't know. Did you ever see New Game as an X Games industry person? So I've seen the first season of New Game, and at first I was like, I was still kind of in the headspace of being like a little bit bitter about what the game industry was like, because I was like coming out of really intense burnout and like really bad overworking. And so when I saw New Game and it was like cute girls sleeping under their desks at the office, I was kind of like, I hate this, because this is what I did, but they're making it so cute, but it like really impacted my health. But then once I like had enough like once I had enough space between me and games, and I'd sort of calmed down a little bit, I watched through New Game and I thought it was really cute. I think I was just like, I can't watch this, so I'm like coming off of this nightmare. Binge Nozaki-kun a day. It's so good! I love Nozaki-kun. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Yuri. Love Hyoka. Love Hyoka. Oh, I was a really big Bakemonogatari, Nisei Monogatari fan. So that's like, this is a pretty good representation. Love Steins Gate. Love Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon's one of my faves. Love Anohana. So like, I have some like, you know, some generally liked stuff in my completed list here. Stuff that Jigoku Shoujo, stuff that most people like generally agree is pretty okay. Pretty alright. But I remember one time I was asked on stream if I liked anime or what anime I liked, and I responded that, you know, I didn't like the direction it had gone and I don't like how the manga ended, but that I was a really big Attack on Titan fan. And like, I don't think you guys understand what I mean when I say that. Like, I was like an Attack on Titan lore monster. Like, there it is! And like, so I had a bunch of like I was one of the people who was like theory crafting before the manga ended. I don't like how the manga ended. I don't like the direction it went basically after the time skip. But everything before that, season 2 and RTS are my favorites. And you're about to see why. I need to know, were you a Levi or an Erwin? I'm Levi heavy. So you had the furthest to fall? Yeah, I did. So that's the thing, is I was all in on Attack on Titan. I had like pin boards of like, this character's nose looks like this other character's nose, and so they're probably related, and that means this, and that means this other thing. And then like nothing that I theory crafted got any resolution because the ending just kind of sucked dick. And I was like, why? But I was really, really big into it, and I still honestly kind of am. there's like so everyone's gonna be so mad at me. So I'm a really big Warriors fan. I'm gonna end the stream after this because I'm so like bashful right now. Like the ending to the manga a lot, but not the journey there. So that's the thing is, I think I would have liked the ending if certain things directly leading up to it, like right before it, had been done differently. I didn't mind the concept of the ending, but there were things I wanted to be done differently about it, which sort of left a bad taste in my mouth. But I'm a really big Warriors fan, as in the Cats or the 70s movie. No, I mean the Attack on Titan Warriors. My favorite character is Annie. I was like day one an Army shipper. Armin and Annie. Armin's my other favorite. Armin and Annie are probably my favorite characters. The fandom really turned on Annie, especially after the time skip, and whatever. I'll protect her forever. So slaps thighs, well done, mosey on out of here. I was Army day one, but my real OTP, my OTP of all OTPs, I am a huge Rybert stan. I love Reiner. I love Reiner and I love Berthold. Berthold is my husband forever, and I will never turn my back on him. And the time that I told you guys about, the time I told you guys about where some guy, like, gave me grief about having an Ida bag at a convention, it was a Berthold Ida bag. I said I wasn't gonna say what Ida bag it was, but it was Berthold. I have like every piece of Berthold merch like ever created. I'll fight that guy. See, everyone hates Berthold so much. Berthold is good. Thank you. He's so good. I love him and his sad boyfriend. They're good boys in a terrible situation. Yes! Yes! Thank you! They're just sad, stupid boys looking for redemption. I love them. My husbands. And like, I said, I don't love everything after the time skip, but new season Reiner's kind of hitting though. Like, he looks so sad all the time that I'm like, oh no. I'm classically a Berthold girl, but like, Reiner's looking sad. He's looking sad. Don't wait, man. Maple's a husbandless, sad Berthold, cool armor Reiner, himbo, both? Reiner's sad as fuck, are you kidding me? So this is my, I actually probably still have my Berthold Ida bag. Like nearby, actually. I should look for it. But this is when I saw, like, there's never any, like sometimes there's Reiner, but there's, like, never any Berthold merch. So when I saw that they had both, and yeah, they're wooden pins, actually. They're, like, really nice. When I saw that they had both, I was like, well, yeah, yes, please. That's mine now. Thank you. So this is my beloved. I played both of the console games, like the Koei ones. And in the second one, you can make friends with all of the characters. You have, like, bond points with them. And I maxed out Berthold, like, ASAP. It was ridiculous. Ugh. Anyway. This is the worst possible time to rate me. Hi, Hadu. Hi, Hadu. Hadu playing Apex again. Let's go. I need to get back to Apex. I I have not, I have not been on Apex since that one match where I fell off the side. When we, like, before even hitting the ground, I've been too ashamed to go back. I've been too embarrassed by that display. And so I haven't played Apex since, but I have to get back. Imagine falling off the map. I'm Maple, I'm a moose. I'm going over my Otakon merch right now. And I was really embarrassedly talking about the fact that, so most of my merch is VTuber related. I got a lot of Corne, my beloved wife. And my beloved wife Corne, and I got some Pecora stuff, and I got this sweet Corne pillow. Like, I'm breaded up on merch right now. But like the one like not VTuber thing that I got is my OTP. My OTP, which is Attack on Titan, Reiner, and Berthold. I found pins of them, and I like never see merch of them, so I freaked out and I bought it. And I was making a confession that everyone is kind of like, yeah, no, that's fine, that's not that big a deal. But this is a big deal to me. Thirsty for Corne, as Harda is to MILFs. I mean, to be fair, they're MILFs. Let's see. Harda's thirsty for D's nuts. I unfortunately saw the, pudding joke when I was, that Haru tweeted when I was in public, and I snorted really loud. You guys ever have pudding? Putting these nuts in your mouth anyway. Here's Maple. No. Every sad anime boy can be a MILF if you try hard enough. That's true. Let's see, how many prints? Okay. Oh, no, I have 3 in here, actually. Okay, so I have this Korone no Kayu. Let's see. I think this came from the same booth as the enamel pins that I showed earlier. I think that was from the same booth as the enamel pins. I just realized like how busty Okayu is in that pic. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Maple's thing is himbos and she can fix him. I just like sad redemption boys. I like, so that's the thing. Okay, so I exposed myself about the Reiner Berthold situation. They check out. They entirely check out because, I'm trying to figure out how the tulips is gonna put these nuts to you lips. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that one out eventually. Hit me with the punchline. But so like Reiner and Berthold check out because my checklist for husbands is sad, like was a bad boy but is trying to redeem himself, and a himbo, and they both fit those criteria to a T. Thank you for all the follows. Please excuse Maple. I'm sorry, I'm panicking. Hey, I just got here. Haru, I just reenacted your pudding joke. How you doing, Maple? I'm doing good. I'm going over all my embarrassing anime secrets. So Reiner and Berthold check out for the husbands. But Annie is my Attack on Titan wife because she's, and that checks out too. She's a hyper competent huge bitch, but she's also kind of dumb. She's kind of a dummy. But I got this. I really like this print. Maple, do you know Zuko from Avatar? We had this conversation. Like right at the beginning of the stream. Because I was like, I love sad redemption boys who are himbos, and everyone's like, you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? And I was like, don't even bring it up. Zuko these nuts. Oh my god, yeah, Grandpa Zuko be hitting different. We love Gilf Zuko. I love this art. So I actually there was kind of a like tittier version. Not it was a different artist, but there was a summer vacation one where they were all in swimsuits, which was actually really cute, and I thought about buying it, but I just like this one so much. Though I'm wondering who's taking the photo. If Callie is taking a selfie here, but it's a photo. It's allegedly a photo of the scene. Who's taking the photo of her taking the photo of herself? But yeah, I really like this art. Really like A-chan. And then we have this is what's been on screen for a while. Is my beloved dog wife eating her choco corne, but she's got the gams in this picture. I almost knocked my camera over. I'm a big fan of this particular print. She's got the gam, she's got the snacks, she's got the adorable face. It's all coming up me. How do you eat the choco corne? I lick out the chocolate first so it doesn't spill everywhere. Well, I don't lick it all out, but I lick out like a lot of it from the open end, and then I like eat from that side because it feels like the least dangerous thing to do. Caked up dog on a Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. Have a good meal, Hotter. I hope you're having pudding. Are you having pudding, Hotter? So you eat the big end? Yeah. You're supposed to bite the tip? Really? See, I just try to eat things in a way that they aren't gonna spill all over me. So put in these nuts, the tip of these nuts. See, I got a peco. I got a peco from this artist. It's really cute. She's in a bunch of carrots playing her Switch that has bunny ears on it. Let's see. But I was really shocked that there was a pika print there. They had this pika that says "Pika me, King of the Kettles." It's like an old Godzilla poster, but with pika. And so I rolled up. So I showed this earlier in the stream. I can probably now that it's zoomed out, I can probably show it better. But I had this bag. I had this bag on my back the entire convention. It's an Ida bag with Pikami's Gesu face in it, and also it's okay, I'm fine. Hold on, everything's falling. Okay. Woo! So I rolled up to you good, homie? I'm fine. I rolled up to this artist with this pika bag on my back. And I was also hugging my corone pillow in front of me at the time. So I had pika on my back and corone in the front. And I rolled up to this artist and I looked at this. So he had this print, and then he also had this print. Oops, upside down. It's Okayu and Korone in a car. Okayu is driving with her tail, ? And eating a giant onigiri, and Korone is putting her head out of the window. It's super cute. So I rolled up to the booth and I was like, I'll take the Pikami and the Okai and the Korone print. And he looked at the pillow in my arms, and he looked at the bag on my back, and he just looked me in the eyes, and he looked at the person who was running the booth with him, and he went, this girl is deep in the lore. And I was like, yeah, buddy. Let's see. Oh, gotta put it away. These sticky bags. I don't want to ruin my beautiful pika print. Yeah, he was just like, I cannot believe how targeted my booth is to this one person. I was like, I'm here for my girls. I'm here for my kettle wife and my dog wife. I don't need anything else. Let's see, is this the only print I have in this one? Yeah, it is. Okay. I think I have my Pecora. Let's see. That guy was like, you need help? So this print is actually kind of a story, and I guess I have some accompanying artifacts that can help me tell the story. I don't know if I have all of them here, but I'll get up and walk around. Try not to knock anything over. Where did I put them? Oh, there it is. So I was standing at Pokey's booth, deliberating over which charm I wanted. Or which couple of charms I wanted. And while I was doing that, this guy walked up next to me, and he had a bunch of HoloLive gotcha boxes. Whew, there we go. So here's my other pokey charm on my Otakon badge, actually. So cute. So cute! And so this guy walked up with these gotcha boxes, and both me and her looked at him and were like, where did you get those? Because there's these HoloLive gotcha boxes. And there we go. And he gave me they actually turned out to be pretty good directions, actually. He gave me directions for where he found them in the dealer's room. And I was like, understood, have a nice day. And I immediately went sprinting off to locate these gotcha boxes. And Pokey was sitting at her booth because she was working, obviously, and she was like, oh, I really want them too. And she was like, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to leave to go try to buy them though. And I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I was like, well, I'll go scout out ahead. And like, I didn't know that she was a VTuber, and we'd never like spoken before. I was just buying stuff from her booth. I was like, I'll go scout ahead and see if I can locate them. And so I ran there, and I was like Terminator running the whole way, because I was like, there is a gotcha box in the dealer's room that has my wife in it, and I refuse not to own it. And so I got there, and he gave me sort of a landmark to look for. He was like, they have a wall scroll hanging that has this on it, so that's how you can find it. And I was like, okay, like I'll look for that. So I found it, and I went into the booth, and the first thing I see when I got into the booth is this G11 keychain. my most beloved girl's frontline gun. And so I was like, oh! And so I was already freaking out, and then I turned around and they had all this Corone merch, and I started crying. But I got this. It's a little like, let me see if I can get out of the packaging actually. It's a little canvas. It's like canvas material on top, but it's kind of like a particle board. They had this, so I started crying and grabbed it. There's actually a guy who was like also in the HoloLive area who was like fishing through stuff, and when he saw me like start like tearing up when I saw Corone stuff, he just like silently handed me a Corone thing he was holding, and I was like, I'm so embarrassed. He was just like, this bitch is crazy. We gotta get this bitch her dog wife and get her out of here. So then I was like, where are the blind boxes? Where's the gotcha boxes? And somebody told me that they were like sort of up at the front, and so I went up, and I was like, I want the gotcha boxes. And they were like, how many gotcha boxes do you want? And I said, all of them. And so I did. So I got all of them. Luckily, they didn't have like a bunch. They didn't have a ton. They had like 8. But I got all 8 of them that they had. And so I got one of each of the girls. So I have Noelle. Really cute. You actually got all of them? Yes. I mean, like I said, they only had 8. And I was like, if I get like 5 and none of them have coronate in it, it'll be a waste of money for me. And so I just said, give me all of them. Because if I get 8, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get at least 1 coronate in there, and then I won't feel like I have to go back and buy more. Making money schmoves. Got Aqua. Really cute. Let's see. Got Aqua. Got Eep. I got Marine. Really, really cutie. She bought 5 boxes of Hololive cards for Coronate. Sir, I bought like 5 boxes in my initial run, and then I bought an additional like 3 or 4 later. And then I pulled my Koro sign, which, by the way, I keep behind me at all times. I keep her secret. I keep her safe. Keep her behind me at all times, so there she is. It was worth it for that sign. It was completely worth it. I have no regrets over what I did there. I also got the Okayu sign, for what it's worth. So, I got Okakoro. Eh? Eh? Who's foolish now? It's me, I'm the fool. Oh, I don't think I showed you guys. I got... Ow, shit! I got, some of the promo cards from HoloFest, too. That's for another stream. Let's see. Have you gone back to that card shop to thank them for their blessed luck? I haven't. Well, I did go back, actually. I went back to buy some of the top loaders for the Oshi set, so I've given them additional business after that. But I got Peco. Maple's level of sip is tremendous. You shouldn't be a VTuber if you're not ready to go all out for your wives. You know what I'm saying? You and your credit card company. We got it handled. They shut off my credit card for like a second, and I was like, listen, bitch, that was me. And they were like, oh, this dummy again. And then the piece de resistance, my beautiful baby Corone. So I actually initially I pulled 2 Noelles, 2 Pecoras, and 2 Coronets. And I only got 1 Aqua and 1 Marine. And so I ran there and I basically bought them from the booth. I went over to like the closest wall to the booth and just opened them all on the floor there because I wanted to make sure that I got Cornet. And and that's what happens when you refuse to give intel to the enemy. Listen. And so start cracking open a cold one. So I had an extra Peco, an extra Noelle, and an extra Coronet. And I was like, I'm still building my Coronet shrine at home, so it'd be kind of nice to have 2 because I could like bookend them on either sides of one of the shelves, and that would be kind of cute. So I went back to Pokey, and I was like, hey, like, I just went and I opened, and 2 of the dupes that I got that, like, I'm cool giving away, because I didn't know who her Oshi was. And so I went back, and I was like, do you like Noelle or Pecora? And and like, do you want one of them? And so she was like, I like Pecora. And so I was like, okay, here's Pecora. And she was like, she was like, do you want anything? I was like, I'll trade you, I guess. And like, so I was like, I'll trade you for this print, because I really like this print of Hollow Myth, with them all smiling and them hugging in the bottom. It's really, really cute. So I traded her for this, and I was really happy. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting to get anything, but like, I'll take a really cool print. And so then we said our goodbyes, and I waltzed away. But then like, I went back to like the hotel room that night, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't need... I was like, I know that I'm a crazy person, but I don't need to. And I asked her like, when I gave her the Pecora, I was like, wait, who's your Hololive Oshi? And she was like, oh, she was like, my Oshis are, she was like, Marine and Coronet. She was like, I really love Coronet. And I was like, fuck. And so I just went back to my room, and I thought about it. I was like, I know I'm a crazy person, but I don't need to. Coronet is her Oshi, and if I was in the same situation and the roles were reversed, it would like make my entire life if somebody gave my Oshi to me when I couldn't like leave, because she was working like all day. Like, she was never, like, I walked through Artist Alley a lot, and she was never not at the booth, so there was just no way she was getting to the dealer's room. So the next day I woke up, and I had a cab really early to go to the airport with Papa Moose, but I was like, I'm gonna take one more swing at the con before I leave. And so I went sprinting back to Artist Alley. And I like left Papa Moose with like all of our luggage. He didn't care. He was like, I just kind of want to chill today. He's like, I want to people watch. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave you with our pile of bags, and I'm gonna go do a side quest really quick. And he was like, okay. So he sat there, and I went sprinting back to Artist Alley with a Coronet in my hands. And so I got there, and I was like, hey, did you wind up being able to go over there yesterday, or did you get any boxes, or were you able to get Coronet? And she was like, no, I didn't get Coronet. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm here, like, have this Coronet. And she was like, what? No. And I was like, she is my Kamiyoshi. I want to spread her love. Anyone who loves Coronet is very cool in my book. And I want to spread my beloved wife far and wide. And she was like, please take something. She was like, don't give this to me. So I'd already bought the Coronet from her booth, so I asked for Pecora, and that's how I got this one. And so I hung it on my badge, because it was the last day, so I hung it on my badge and wore it around, because it's so cute, I love it. It's a stunningly romantic finale to your anime convention. I know, right? I was like, I just woke up and I was like, you know what? No, I have a mission to complete. I was like, it wouldn't be right of me to hoard the dog wife. Like, I love and want as much dog wife as possible, but no one man should have all that dog wife, you know? You have to spread. If you love your wife, you love everyone who loves your wife, you know? You have to spread the love for your wife. Whenever possible. That's my my advice. So only you'd wait to catch her right before she boarded her plane. Major motion picture. Yeah, so that was that made me, she was really, really excited, so that made me really happy. I was just like, you know what, like, yeah, Coronet ski, together strong. Yeah, let's see. What else did I get? Oh, alright, I got other stuff that's not art. So yeah, so I'm really excited. That's one I'm really excited to frame, actually, because I just love all of them smiling. It's really cute. For waifu, yes. Real wife, not a chance. I mean, that's fair. No, I get very, very shy. Oh, I didn't realize that she tweeted about me dropping the Pecora off either. Like, I didn't realize, because I didn't know who she was, so I just, like, gave it to her, and then afterwards people were like, she tweeted about you, and I was like, wait, what? Or I was like, I think I said, because I was like, I just bartered for a cool print with a extra Pecora I got, and everyone was like, wait, like, we recognize that print, she tweeted about you, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm just, I don't know, I'm very shy. It was really hard to go back because I was like, she's gonna think I'm such a weirdo when I roll up, and then I was like, anything for dog wife. I only got one video game. I only got one video game at the con this year, but I got, Trouble Makers. UK Trouble Makers. I think it's called Mischief Makers in English. I've had people tell me I would really like it, and so I got the Japanese version, because I have the Japanese N64 now, so I was like, and it's, I think it was like way more expensive, because I was looking at different versions of it, and this was the cheapest version I want to play it, so now I have that to stream. Oshis and all that are fine, but Mischief Makers is the jam. And 64 was region locked? I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was anyway. Cause I have my old N64, but recently a friend got me a Japanese N64. Was it last Christmas? It was either last Christmas or the Christmas before. Must have been this last Christmas. A friend got me a Japanese N64 so that I could play some of my import games. And so I, one of my beloved old game industry pals was like, it was funny because it was actually from a local, well, not the one that he sent me, but it was from a local store. He was one of my friends from the game industry. He's still in games. I am not, but I like hearing his tales of woe. But he came to visit because he wanted to see where I was from. Because I'd always talked about it very, very lovingly at work. I was like, oh, I just love my hometown and I love where I'm from and it's really quiet. And he was like, I want to check this out. And so he came to visit, and I gave him like a tour of the place. Tour of the local delicacies, but then we actually went to my local retro game shop, and they had this Japanese N64, and I was thinking about buying it while we were there, and then I was like, no, like I shouldn't. But then he was like, more people should watch you struggle with old N64 games, and he bought one for me, for love interest, no. Bought one for me for Christmas, and so I played it on stream. I played Kirby 64 and Yoshi's Story, both in Japanese, on stream, like canned bread. I didn't make him eat canned bread. I was like, that's the other thing, is like everybody who knows me, especially people who are like kind of a little bit older than me, all revere Papa Moose like a god because he's an anime grandpa. And so he was just like, I just really want to like behold your father. I want his power to wash over me. I want to take his incredible anime OG son powers and become him. So I always, whenever friends visit me, that's always on the schedule. They're like, I have to meet your dad. But yeah, so I have a Japanese N64 now, so I was like, I should buy more games for that, because I've already beaten like half of the ones that I originally bought when I got it for Christmas, so let's see. A pilgrimage to meet the wise one. Oh, thank you for this, Rich. Yeah, I feel like that's always what people ask. I'm like, you guys just want to come here to hang out with my dad, not me. This is so rude. You cannot just hang out with little old Papa Moose. Not hang out with with his cool Maple who's very cool. Please understand. I'm cool. Yeah, Papoose is the godfather. He's a godfather of the forest who also has Twilight Suzuka on his laptop background and has for like 25 years. He's the original weeb. He was the weeb from which all other weebs sprung. He sat me down and crafted me into what I am. He was like, I will make my daughter as cultured as possible, and now he's like, too cultured! So like I'll send him pictures of like my Opie mousepad. Like I got the Korone and Okayu Opie mousepads, I sent them to him. His only response was gorgeous. I was like, thank you, Dad. I also got this. I don't know. Now I need to invite people over to play it. But I got, it's a leaf. Let me just read the back of it for you. It's a board game. In the Imperial Garden, during the last months of the year, the trees turn vivid hues of red, orange, and yellow. The cold wind, the dancing of the leaves falling from the maple trees, and the animals preparing for hibernation create this romantic painting that you never forget. In Momiji, you must carefully manage your hand of cards to collect gorgeous autumn leaves as they fall from the trees of the Imperial Garden. Use the unique powers of the landscape to aid you as you pursue your goals and try to gather the most amazing collection before the last leaf falls. So here's the back. Yeah, I really love unique board games. So I played a board game when I went home and I went to the cookout. We played some board games. We played all of Magic, but then we played board games afterwards. And we played this board game called, I think it was called Viticulture. And it was basically like you run a wine, you run a vineyard, and you like plant fields, and you harvest grapes, and you make wine, and then you sell the wine, and you can do like vineyard tours and tasting room tours and stuff like that to earn more money. And so we played that, and it was pretty simple, but it was really fun. And so I was just like in a board game mood. And I wanted more unique board games to play. And I found some others. So I didn't know that there was like a Bloodborne board game, but apparently there is. It has a bunch of minis in it. But they had the Bloodborne board game, but it was really expensive. It was cool though, because it's actually cooperative. You basically, and you play through a campaign basically in the Bloodborne board game, and it has like Bloodborne lore in it, and you play a different story every time, and it's co-op for like 2 to 4 people, which was kind of neat. But they also had a Horizon Zero Dawn board game that had a bunch of minis for the machines, and I was like, oh, I really want this, because I think it was like kind of co-op. It was like a little bit of both, a little bit co-op and a little bit competitive. And so that seemed really fun, but they were both really expensive, I think, because they just had so many minis inside of them, and I was like, it's a little rich for my blood right now. And so I got this one because this one was more affordable, and I was just in a board game mood. But yeah, you like collect leaves, and I haven't played it. I haven't even opened it yet. You can see, but now I want to invite people over to play it because I was like, oh, this looks really fun. I want to collect the fall leaves as they fall from the trees. Maple, if your Oshikoro-san decided by whether a lot of your merch store history that you are their new sugar mama, how far would you go to placate her? Well, that's the thing. It's like I support my Oshi, but like I'm not trying to like I'm not like gonna like, what's the word? I'm not gonna like kidnap her, you know? I'm like my copy pastas. I'm like, my Oshi is for supporting, My Oshi is for showing her that I love her, but I don't expect anything in return. that is fine. There was kind of a blow up on Twitter. I think it was part of why she took a break a little while back, is somebody sort of got after her and was like, why don't you thank all the super chats anymore? And she felt really bad about it, and it just made her like anxious and not want to stream. And I was like, just leave her alone. She's really, she gets like hundreds of super chats per stream. She gives long streams. She has amazing energy. I was like, I'm not gonna nitpick her if she doesn't like read my name. She's busy. Lamp, I'm adding this to my catalog. Good, never forget me. Don't forget me. Is there anything else I got? I got some other stuff, but it was, I left it with Papa Moose. I got Mama Moose something for her birthday, because her birthday's soon. I got her this really cute pair of wooden chopsticks that comes with like a little bunny to rest them on. Because she eats a lot of sushi. She's a big sushi, but every time I go over there, she's always using disposable chopsticks, which are fine. But I figured she might like to have her own like nice set of chopsticks, so I got her that. That was a lot of prints and keychains, to be fair. I'm like, is that it? Did I really get through everything already? I'm just shocked at my own speed. Not tempted to give Mama Moose a Daki. I've offered. Mama Moose, speaking of Lord of the Rings, Mama Moose is a big Aragorn fan. And so I'm sure that I have showed her some sexy Aragorn art before, and she's always been like, I love it, but I don't need it in my house. I thought you might have gotten her something like a body pillow or Opie mouse pad. Now I got her nice chopsticks. Mama Moose is the most normie of all of us. In a house with me and Papa Moose. In a house, let me put my OTP back on the. In a house where she was forced to live with me and Papa Moose. Mama Moose is shockingly normal. She's like a generally normal person that happens to live with like two huge weebs. No normie would put up with this. She's obviously cracked in her own way. Well, like when I'm over their house, I don't like to what's the word? I was wondering if you would rather get her a neighboring apartment and cook her meals as offerings, or if you would get her a bed and sacrifice your office. No, she needs her own space. She needs nothing but the best for my dog wife. I don't like to, when I stay with Mama Moose and Papa Moose, I don't like to like hoard the TV or anything, because they have a lot of shows that they like to watch. But if it's like in the middle of the day and I'm like, if they're both busy doing something else or something like that, and nobody's using the TV, sometimes I'll put on YouTube and I'll watch VTubers. But then sometimes they're like out of the house and then they come home and I have like Pecora or something up on the big screen, and they walk in and they're like, what is this? And I'm like, my wife. And they're just like, you know what? Okay. no follow-up questions. Yeah. But yeah, so that's my Oda merch. I'm trying to remember what I did each day. Friday, I didn't do a whole lot Friday. There we go. Any panels? I didn't really go to any panels this year. I went to the AMV contest. I went to Eiko, Gunbuster. I tried to go to Akatsuki no Yona, which they were showing. I've only seen the first episode, but I wanted to see more. But that was another thing, is on Saturday the line was huge just to get into the convention center. It was like an hour to 2 hour wait. Like the line stretched up and out of the building and around like 3 separate buildings. It was unbelievably massive, and I don't know what the problem was because I've never seen it that long before. And it wasn't that way on Friday or Sunday. But Papa Moose and I we're very like heat sensitive, and so we didn't want to stand outside in the heat because we were like, this is gonna be like a disaster for one or both of us because we get like faint. And so we decided to sit inside and watch the line and see if it moved and see if it got shorter at all. And then we were like, oh, we'll go in once it gets shorter. And it just was not getting any shorter. But eventually while we were sitting there, some staffers came up to us and were like talking with us. And Papa Moose is actually a former staff at Otakon as well. And so eventually they were like, hey, you guys just wanted to follow us? We can just get you into the con. We were like, yes. and so they let us in sort of a side door so we didn't have to stand in the line. And I was like, it's the only reason I got in as early as I did on Saturday. I was worried that I wasn't even gonna be able to make it for like ACO. That's how long it was. But Maple had to hold herself back from going to the How to Become a VTuber panel so she didn't butt in. Well, okay, that's the thing, is I'm not rude enough to like butt in or anything at a panel. But they misspelled Gura's name in the description of the panel, and I was like, if you're not simping, are you even a VTuber? Papa Moose is ex-con staff and you're surprised when your friends want to hang with him, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, Papa Moose has an anime resume 10 miles long. So, yeah, all of my friends specifically want, at least when I was living closer, when I was living back in my hometown area, all my friends were like, yeah, can I come visit you for a weekend? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then they were like, when am I meeting your dad? And I was like, listen. Yeah. But yeah, but he had a good time. It's funny because when I started saying this and then I got distracted by something. But when I was younger, I used to go to a lot of like I had something booked every hour. Like I would look like at the con schedule and I was like, okay, at this time I'm going to this. Like now I have an hour free here. Which one? What am I most interested in? Like I would find stuff to go to. I don't really do that anymore. I tend to just like pick a couple of things that I'm really interested in for the weekend, and then I spend most of my time either, even if I'm not buying anything, I just like walking around Artist Alley and looking at art, or hanging out in the dealer's room. And then sometimes I just sort of like, especially for things like Project ACO and Gumbuster, I like to line up early so I can have a good seat, because I'm pretty short, and so I always need the seats that are like at the front of sections so that I can't have a tall person sitting in front of me, because I've like missed entire movies at cons because I've just had a really tall person sitting in front of me and there's nowhere else I could sit. I'm like, oh well, rip. What am I meeting Papa Moose? I'm afraid to bring him on stream because I feel like he would dox me instantly. Not out of malice, just out of, like, raw power. But we'll see. But yeah, it's just like, it's much more of a vibe for me now, so I try to get there for like the good seats, and so I line up early. So I always bring like my 3DS or my Switch or something, and then I go and I hang out, and I don't try and pack in as much anymore. I'm much more casual about it. I'm like, oh, if I go see this, like, it's cool, but if I don't see it, that's fine too. And so yeah, like each year I'm like, I didn't do that many things, because I went to the AMV contest. I went to the AMV contest, I went to ACO, I went to Gunbuster. I wanted to go to the concert, but it was gonna conflict. It was gonna make me like a little bit late for my flight, and I'm really glad that I didn't go, because there was a lot of chaos getting to the airport. So that turned out for the better. We want to know his name, not yours. Maple, do you have a fear that we'll want to hang out with your dad more? I mean, maybe. You did get the Papa Moose cameo one time. He said, hi. And I was like, that's not his voice. Yeah, I used to go to panels a lot, but panels are really hit or miss for me. Industry panels are usually pretty good, because you get like info and inside looks at things like that, but so I like industry panels, and I like panels that are like run by voice actors, stuff like that. But sometimes, so I've actually gone to other VTuber panels in the past. Not like how to become a VTuber, but it was just like, we're gonna teach you everything you need to know about VTubers and popular VTubers. There was a HoloLive specific panel one time that I went to. But it wasn't really like, let me teach you about HoloLive and like give you a quick taste of like each girl and to find who you might be interested in, and or anything like a deep dive into, you know, how stuff started or anything like that. It was literally just a dude had a slide of all of his favorite HoloLive girls, and he just talked about like why he loved them. And I was like, I respect this on like a lot of levels, but I don't need to come to a panel for this, you know? How much to turn over the stream key to Papa Moose? No! Yeah. Yeah. So, see, that's the thing, is like, panels are kind of hit or miss for me now, because either they're really good, or I'm like, I respect that this person got a panel so that they could do this, but also, like, I don't, you know, this isn't the content that I'm here for. Here's why Botan is the best, a 30-page PowerPoint presentation. I mean, I would do the same thing, but I like wouldn't expect people to show up, I don't think. So, and that's the thing, is I've also gone to like a lot of panels that I didn't necessarily want to go to in the past. Like, I had a friend that was really into strike witches who made me go to a strike witches panel, and it got really weird really fast, and I was like, I'm gonna go. And I used to go to more of the late night stuff. Not like... Oh, actually, I don't know if I can say that on stream. There was a panel when I was younger, like in my early teens, there was a panel at Otakon that was so outrageous in name and nature that the line for it stretched out throughout the entire convention center and like outside. It was an 18+ panel, and I'll say it in Discord later because I don't want to break TOS on Twitch or something. But it was for like a very specific tag, let's say. And I asked Papa Moose what it meant, and he just looked at me and then looked away. It never answered me. Kuruko! Kuruko, I showed off your... Hold on. I have it here somewhere. I showed off the keychain I got. Hold on. Kuruko, look at my treasures. It's a tag that begins with B and ends with ukake. Look it! It's so cute! I'll leave that on screen. Maple. It was a panel. It was a panel that was called like the wonders of that, and then and like the line was the longest line I've ever seen at Otakon in my life. Like it became like people were joining the line just to make the line for this panel longer. I didn't go to it. I was like 15, but I was like Papa Moose, what is that? What does that mean? And he was like, I'm not getting into this. Oh, yeah, bye. But like that, Papa Moose did the right thing. But I mean, I used to go to some of the other late night panels. They used to have like bad hentai dubs. Like they would show hentai, but only the ones with like the worst possible dubs. And so it was more like funny than anything else. So I'd go to some of that stuff, but now I look at the schedule and like anything past like 9 p.m. I'm like, I'm not gonna be awake for this. So actually I had to get an 18+ wristband for Gunbuster because they have boobies. It has boobies in it, but that was the only thing I used my 18+ wristband for. I was like, everyone else in this line, go live your truth. I'm just here to see this cool old anime and go to bed at 8 p.m. Sus Maple. Yeah, no, the dubs are so funny. I'm trying to remember what some of them were called. They used to have like some regulars that they would pull out. They're like, yep. And they're like, and now for another classic for the 15th year running. Have you ever been to Youmacon? I've never been to Youmacon. I've heard a lot about. I almost went one year, but I think I got sick. Actually, I was planning on going. But I can't remember what happened. I think I got the flu or something like that. I'm trying to remember what I've been to Otakon. I've been to Anime Boston. I've been to Anime Expo, which I hated. Every year when everybody like rushes Anime Expo, I'm just like, good for you, but I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. I always feel like I'm just like a little sardine being smushed against all the other humanity shoved into that convention center, and I just hate it. Yeah, Anime Boston is cool. Anime Boston's... Sometimes it turns into LineCon, but generally it's pretty well run. AX is way better when you don't have to... Yeah. So I've only been to AX when I had an industry badge. And so I was able to sort of jump lines and stuff like I didn't have to wait in the line to get in or anything like that. So I had it even better than like most people have it. And even then I was like, this kind of sucks. Like there's just too many people and there's too many people and I don't like Otakon gets really busy, but I never feel like claustrophobic. Anime Expo, I feel claustrophobic. SoccerCon. I don't think I've been to SoccerCon. I've been to KatsuCon. I've been to Anime Central once. KatsuCon Garugamesh. Wait, is it Garugamesh? Yeah, that's the Seattle SoccerCon, right? The legendary Garugamesh video. Yeah, AX is just really busy. The Seattle one. Yeah, like AX is just, it's too smushed. And the thing is, it has amazing artists. Like, it has amazing artists there. And they always have all these really great guests, but I just couldn't. I went 2 years. And both years I went in with an industry badge. And the first year I actually stayed for most of the first day I was there. And I didn't go back the second day. And then the second time I went, I stayed for like an hour or two. And then I was like, this is too much. Like, I'm overwhelmed by the amount of people here. Because I don't like crowds, but I'm okay if the crowds are like kind of... Have you been to Sock-On? Sock on these nuts? But like, I'm kind of okay if I'm kind of okay if the crowd is like managed well, but AX never feels like it's managed well. AX always just feels like we've gone from like 0 to Lord of the Flies. And so I just I just do not like, I like the Anime Expo is across the street from a Hooters, but like, other than that, I do not have any love for Anime Expo. I'm trying to remember what others... Yeah, I went to Katsucon for a couple of years. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I think Otakon's always been my favorite. And I like Anime Boston too, but Otakon is just... It's my Otakon's my baby. I mean, I've been going for like 22 years now, so it's special to me. Actually, our first year at Otakon, so now they do this thing where they mail your badges to you, so you can just, if you register early, you get your badge in the mail, and it's all good. You don't have to stand in line for your badge or anything like that. But they used to have, it was all pickup. You had to go and you had to stand in this really long line that wrapped around the convention center for like 3 hours to pick up your badge. When you finally got inside, you're like, oh my god, at last. And it was just like really, really huge. And so my first year, it was my first big con. Like, I had been to a local con in my hometown that was run by like a couple of friends, and it didn't really have any like real industry guests or anything. It sort of had like local anime experts. But it was still fun, but I didn't know like what a big con was like. And I was a baby, and so like we went there and I was really excited, and it was this huge con, and we're standing outside wrapped around the building. I was still a con newbie, so I only had an apple for breakfast, and then I was like, that was a huge mistake. But then we're standing in line and it starts raining, and there is no, like, we're all outside, there's no cover, and it's raining, and I was standing next to a guy who was in like a homemade like Gundam cosplay, but it was made entirely out of like cardboard boxes that had been painted and layered on top of each other. And he slowly started melting. He just started melting next to me. And I was like, oh no. And like by the time we reached the front door, this poor dude standing behind us was standing there in like the ruins of his Gundam, his cardboard Gundam cosplay that had just melted around him. He just had like these little Gundam boots and nothing else. It was either Hooters or that place at LA Live that was mad overpriced. Yeah, everything is, you can get a cardboard piece of pizza for like $25 or something, or you can go to Hooters. I know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so Otakon was really, yeah, my baby, and I haven't missed one, so it's my special con. But yeah, I've never been to like Soccer Con, or what's the other big con that's on the like in the Northwest is like Emerald City Comic Con. But I do. The only thing I know about SakuraCon is the legendary video with, like, we love anime and manga and gaming. Garugamesh. SakuraCon ikimasu. Smile, DK. I could do the hit of that video, actually. We love anime and manga. People leave. Yeah, that's the only thing I know about SakuraCon. Honestly, if I was SakuraCon, I would hold that L close to my heart. I would play that video at the opening ceremonies every year. I would, that's the only thing that would be on my Twitter account. I remember seeing that on local. Wait, they ran that on TV? They do post it, they do run it? That's amazing. I can't believe they ran that on TV. You didn't know? No, I'm not from here. All the news stations? That's incredible. Oh my god. Wait, when is SakuraCon? When is SakuraCon this year? Maybe it's time. April? Ah, dang it. Already passed. I wasn't here in April. That's okay. That's so funny. Went to SakuraCon once, it was a vibe. It's always Easter weekend. Oh, Anime Boston had that problem too, where Anime Boston was on Easter weekend a lot of times, which was fine, except that it was fine if it was on Easter weekend, that was never a problem, but there were some weekends where it actually crossed over with the Boston Marathon. And that was a disaster. Because you had all these people who were coming to watch or compete in the Boston Marathon competing for hotels with a bunch of random weebs. And so it was like you had these peak specimens of physical performance and then like me standing next to each other checking in. I miss it. I haven't been to Anime Boston. I haven't been to in a while. Even when it was more convenient for me to go, like it was way more convenient for me to go there than Otakon. It just always seemed to like fall on sort of like a weird week. Oh, that was the other thing. Is some weekends Anime Boston would actually overlap with PAX East. And so then at that point you have to make a decision. Am I gonna go to Anime Boston or am I gonna go to PAX East? I usually picked PAX East, but that always caused a lot of like hotel drama because people from both conventions were trying to buy rooms in the same hotel and filling them up really fast. And it put a lot of strain on the public transit system. You know, Boston's premier public transit system. But that was another reason that I kind of stopped going to Anime Boston, was just because PAX East was always the same weekend or like the weekend before. And it was just not tenable. It was like, oh, I can't go to the 2 weekends in a row. That's too much. When was PAX West recently? Did they do that? I didn't go to PAX East this year. Mostly just because I was like busy. I think that was around the time when I was moving and I was like, I just don't have the energy for this. I love PAX East. PAX East is like one of my oh, it's next month. Oh, huh. PAX East is like one of my favorite events to go to just because I always run into like a bunch of little goblins there, like people dressed as the guard from Xenoblade 2 who yell, "Think you can take me, don't forget me," and stuff like that. Like, I really like the PAX crowd, and I always find like a million panels that I'm interested in, but yeah, I just didn't go this year. I would love to go back though. PAX West is late August or early September. Now it's Rhine time. Shulk. Huh. I've been to PAX West once, actually. I thought it was really weird because it was on so many different levels of the convention center. I mean, I guess PAX East is kind of labyrinthine in nature as well, but PAX West I got lost really badly. But that was years ago. I wonder how... I can't really remember it very well. I got robbed outside. So I think that's why I don't have, like, great memories of PAX West. What? Last I went, it was multiple buildings in downtown Seattle. Good grief. Yeah, well, there was somebody sitting outside the convention center who was asking for money, and so I pulled out my wallet to give him some money, and like when I reached into my wallet to get the money, he just jammed his hand into my wallet, grabbed every bill I had in there, and ran away. And I was like, okay. All right. That's honestly my most potent memory of PAX West. So I haven't been back just because I didn't want to make the trip since, but that happens a lot. Oh no. But I wouldn't mind going back and trying it out. Because I haven't really gone like into the city. I really just hang out like out. I'm much more out in like the woodsy areas, so it might be kind of interesting to see what the city's actually like. Turns out I'm a little liar and I've come back. You're like an hour away now. Okay, well that's not that bad. I don't like driving. I don't like driving around here though. I find the roads really hard to see. I mean, I actually noticed when I went home that my night vision was worse. Like I drive in the dark at home all the time, but it's never been a problem because my night vision's always been really good. But because everything is so bright here and it's never really like truly dark, my night vision's gotten worse just because I can always see, or yeah, it's like I never have to like look in the dark. But yeah, here it's always kind of bright, but always just dark enough that like I can't see the lines on the road when I'm not used to you know, not having night vision anymore. So I find it really hard to drive out here, especially at night. Whereas at home, I really don't have a problem. It sucked though, because this last week when I was trying to drive around at night at home, I couldn't see anything, and I was like, oh, I'm losing my night vision. Yeah. Ontario, California. Yeah, I've been to Ontario, California for some events, actually. I had to work an event there once for work, and there is nothing there. Their Denny's has like a full bar. If that gives you like, oh no, Nightbot. Nightbot, please. Yeah, they run stuff out in Ontario, California. Like anime events and other stuff like that sometimes. But yeah, first of all, there's nothing out there, except for a Denny's with a full bar. And so I actually went out there to work an event one time. I went out there to work an event one time, so I'm there with my coworkers. And we went to the Denny's because it was literally the only place to eat. And we saw that they had a full bar and we were like, this is very weird and we want to go to this Denny's with a full bar. So we went and we sat down and we were ordering drinks. And I was like, I'm gonna order a Long Island iced tea just because I really want to see if this Denny's can make a Long Island iced tea. And I also want to say that I got a Long Island iced tea at a Denny's. So I did that. And it was a really bad idea. Because when you're in Ontario, California with nothing to do, and you work at the Denny's, you're like, I am providing a service to the people in this restaurant tonight. And these people need to forget where they are. Yeah, we did shots too. I remember that. Did a round of shots in a Denny's. That definitely happened. So we did shots, and then they gave me the hardest pour of a Long Island iced tea. It was huge too. It was a massive drink, extremely heavy, and I drank the whole thing a little too fast. And I don't remember a lot of the rest of that night. One thing my coworkers did say. One thing my coworkers did say is they said I was laying face down on the hotel couch blasting the Mad Max Fury Road soundtrack from my phone. But I woke up the next day and I had to work and I did not feel good. So I'm in Ontario, Canada. I'm in Ontario, Canada without like any idea what's around me, where I am, and I'm extremely hungover and I'm trying to work the booth without throwing up. And at one point I just felt so bad, I crawled under the table to hide in the dark while my coworkers covered for me. Oh, it was rough. That's how you party in Ontario. That's the thing, is if you ever go to a convention in Ontario, California, and you go to the Denny's and you order a Long Island iced tea, be braced for a good time. Make sure you have something akin to the Mad Max Fury Road soundtrack loaded up on your phone. so that you can really party later. I think that's the best thing. That's the best part about it, is I don't think I even drank anything when I went back to the hotel. I think we just went back to the hotel and I just posted up on the couch blasting the Mad Max Fury Road soundtrack. My coworkers were like, we have to sleep. Worst case, Ontario. Well, Ontario, Canada is just... I'm trying to remember. There was a convention that was happening at the same time while I was there, but I think it was like a gardeners convention. Like, that's the vibe. That's the vibe of Ontario, California. I went to a concert out there once, I think. And, it's one of those places, like when I was lining up to wait to get let in for the concert, I was just next to like an adult goods store, just on Main Street, with like stuff just in the windows, and I was like, I see, this is the vibe. So this is the power of Ontario, California. Maple mentions California every time to make sure no one gets the wrong idea. Chat, Maple, that's the most Canadian thing you can say. Yeah, I got confused because people kept saying, oh yeah, I'm going to this con in Ontario, and I was like, you're going to Canada for that? And they were like, no. Adult goods. Yeah, that was really the only con. I only went to AX and I went to some stuff in Ontario, but I didn't really go to other conventions in California. I just wasn't... The other thing is that parking in California is a nightmare, almost no matter where you are, and so it just didn't feel worthwhile to go to events, because it was like, oh, I'm gonna have to park. I'm gonna have to pay $100 to park somewhere where I'm gonna come back and there's just gonna be like 1,000 direct key scratches all over my car. Ugh. Good times, good times. I have to go to sleep. Good night, Moose. Good night, Edgy. I should actually probably eat dinner. I didn't realize how long I'd gone. I just got I got in my feelings about anime conventions and just sort of went off. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to go to more conventions, especially smaller ones, because I like small conventions and I like sort of medium-sized conventions. Like Otakon's big, but it feels like a medium-sized convention, if that makes sense. Just like the way things are run and everything sort of feels like a little bit like it's like homemade and like it's just like run by a group of friends. It has that vibe still, even though it's so big. So that's why I still like it a lot. Anime Expo feels really like... It somehow feels both like the most chaotic thing and like kind of sterile at the same time, so I think that's why I don't like it as much. Maple been rambling. Back to the basics. I mean, I've been gone for a week, I gotta get it out of my system. Yeah, I like medium-size stuff. There's another con I've never been to, but I've always wanted to go to is, I've never been to MagFest. And the only reason that I didn't go is because people were always really pushy about it. I don't mean to sound like mean, but like every time I was like, what's MagFest? I'm interested. People were like, if you haven't gone to MagFest, you're not a real gamer. And like, MagFest is where the people who really actually like video games go and who really appreciate the true artistry of it. And I was like, that's fine, but like, it's not that serious, bro. And so Maple wanting to mag out. I'm gonna mag. But I still wanted to go. I know it's more like retro based than a lot of other gaming conventions. Because they have a lot of like retro like music performances, and I know they have like old arcade games and stuff like that there. Macho Man's trying to gatekeep you from MagFest. Yeah, I've always wanted to go, it's just, yeah, I think I'm the type of person, I'm not like a contrarian, but like, if somebody's really pushy about wanting me to like something or go to something, I want to do it less. And so I feel like that's what happened to me with MagFest, is I kept getting like, sort of like the spiel about how it was better than every con I'd ever been to and everything, and I was just like, I'll show you, I just won't go. But now that I'm like far enough removed from it, I'm like, oh, like maybe it would be fun to go. Maybe it would be fun to check it out. Maybe I could appreciate it, not feel so like defensive about my other con choices now. Get food or suffer. Okay, fine. Music and Gaming Fest, right? Yeah, I think they have a lot of like game-based music performances, so like cover bands who cover game songs and stuff like that. I think they have a lot of that sort of stuff. So I've wanted to go to that. I've always, do they still do QuakeCon? Does QuakeCon still exist? Because like back in like 2009, I really wanted to go to QuakeCon, but I was too nervous to go by myself and none of my friends wanted to go with me. They were like, that's your thing. I was like, yeah. It's still a thing. Yeah, I'd like to go to that someday. I think it's like, it feels sort of like a, it feels sort of like a rite of passage. I've never been. I don't think I'd go to BlizzCon because I'm not like a huge. Like I like certain Blizzard games, but I don't know. I feel weird about Blizzard. So I don't know if I'd go to like BlizzCon. I'm trying to think what the big. I've never been to like Dragon Con or Gen Con or anything like that. I've always wanted to go to one of like the big boys, like the legacy conventions, you know. Yeah. You can't go to BlizzCon, you shower. Yeah, I've always wanted to try like the big legacy conventions just to like see what they're like, and even if they have a lot of stuff that, you know, isn't directly my thing, because I don't have like great comics knowledge or anything like that. Like I'd still really just like to check them out just because I wanna appreciate the culture. Maple, it's snack and sleep time. Fine! Fine, I'll go eat my dinner. I have to finish some work anyway. Why? I'm so tired. We gonna raid KK? Yeah, let's raid KK. Don't maple me. I had extra work to finish and I was gonna finish it before my stream. And then I had my annual review and I get really, really stressed. I get really stressed, hold on, by my annual review. Even though it's good, I literally got exemplary employee or whatever the hell it is. Like it's always good, I just don't like talking about like, I don't know. Because usually in your review you have to be like, this is what I thought I did well, or this is what I thought I did poorly, and I just basically roll into the meeting, I'm like, I don't know, I'm shit, tell me what to do better. And they're like, not true, let's back this up. Gotta send her to bed like an angry toddler. What'd you make for food? I'm gonna have curry. I'm a curry boy. But yeah, because because I had my annual review. After I finished my review, I was too like stressed out. Even though it went really well, I was too stressed out to work anymore. And I was like, I'm gonna just take a break before my stream so I don't go on the stream like, hey everyone. Hey everyone, here's my stuff I got at Otakon. I'm sorry, I'm not happy sounding, I'm just going through it. So I needed a break before my stream, so I stopped working so I could decompress a little bit. So I could come back with full strength, full ramble strength. But yeah, now I'm gonna reap the rewards from that and go work more. But I'll be back on Thursday. I'm gonna be on YouTube and I'm gonna try and beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles, assuming the cart. I'm hoping that the cart, it had a good stretch of not doing anything crazy at the end of our last stream, so I'm hoping it can keep it up till I beat it. So I'm gonna try and beat that on YouTube on Thursday. So I'll see you. Also, oh god, I need to open KK's thing. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I'll see you for Sonic on Thursday. And have a good night, or good morning, or good afternoon, or whatever it is, wherever you are. And Otsu!